What's up, everyone? Oh, the noise is all coming. What's up? Happy Halloween, folks. Happy Halloween. What's up, Uncle Charlie?
Hey, what's up?
Scary stuff, man. Happy Halloween, Charlie. Oh. We just lost Charlie. What the heck? Charles, did the boogeyman get you? Did the boogeyman get you? Oh, something's up, Charlie. Yeah. What's going on? What's going on? Hi. What's up, Susan? I don't know. I don't know where he went. I, I don't know where he went. Jeffrey Doma. How you, man? Patty, I think. Oh, he's calling in now. Hold on. Let me get him back out. There we go. What's going on, man?
Nothing much.
Oh, there's a mean delay. There's a mean delay. I don't know why. Are you guys seeing the delay, folks, in Uncle Charlie? I don't. He gotta talk first.
Yeah, testing 1 2, testing 1 2.
All right. I think we're working. How you, my friend?
I'm doing okay, brother.
Okay. Now you're all synced up with the audio and the video. So,
Okay, good.
how's your Halloween going, man? How's your Halloween going?
Pretty quiet in Waimea, but I'm sure elsewhere the Kikis are having fun right now. Yeah,
Yeah, I gotta believe that. I mean, um, it's a big day for the kids, you know. Our street traditionally has been very, very quiet for many years now. No more kids, kids all gone. But
well, they all
uh,
grown up, right? They all grown up.
yeah, yeah. In fact, I was going to suit up and go house to house too, and go get some
Uh,
candy and get all the Snickers for you, Charlie.
well, it's been a while since I had any Snickers, so I'm doing good. I'm doing good, doing really good. So I just wanted to just make sure that watch my sugar and all of that other stuff.
Ah.
Yeah,
Let's see who else is
but doing
here.
good.
Oh, Papa, my pops. Oh,
Mm. Fruit medley.
I cannot eat them now because get prunes. And last night I had eat like half of that bag while I was
Hmm.
watching TV. And midnight, boy, Mother Nature called, so I'm gonna ease up on the prunes. It's so delicious though. I don't. Pops, all the way from Seattle. Thank you for joining us tonight, Dad. We miss you here on Kauai. What's up, Liz? And look, even Jeffrey knew that you was going to do that. I could hear the candy wrapper noise, and anyway, we're gonna have some fun tonight. I get some. I did want to cover something serious up front though because this just came out, and I know it's Halloween, everybody's celebrating, but I just wanted to share. Um, this is from Title Guarantee, September 2020. Every month they come out with this report, and look at the median price of a house right now on Kauai in September, 1.7 million. 1.7 million, up 28, almost 29% from the month prior, and 44.5% higher than last year. Crazy, crazy. And that brings our annual or the year to date median price, if you see the red arrow, 1.4 million. So that's Kauai. Bruh, I just try to think, can you imagine going to the bank and saying, yeah, I can get a mortgage? Sure. How much is the house? 1.7 million. Okay, you just need $340,000 down and
So
pay about eight.
what is the triggering factors that drives these kind of costs? I I guess I sound like a pessimist by saying that I cannot believe that, you know, that something's in the water that makes the water go to, that makes these prices go that high, right?
Well, it's just people are paying a lot more money for these houses now.
Yeah, because I don't blame them if you have the cash, hey. But for those of us that can't afford it, and I'm sorry to say this, what can you do, right?
Yep.
I'm sure that if the odds were turned and we was in that position, we would probably sell at a higher price, knowing that we need to take care of ourselves because that will be probably our only source of income, right? If we don't do anything else.
Yep.
So,
It's basic
you know,
economy, right?
yep,
Economics, basic economics, supply and demand. When your
right,
demand is higher than the supply, the prices go up.
yep,
But
yep.
anyway, I just wanted to get that out of the way because a couple of things that just came up as well that I know a lot of people are happy. I'm happy. I'm very happy about. And it's the mandatory refunds for airlines now if your flights get canceled or delayed. Did you see that, Charlie?
Yeah, it's
Mandatory, automatic, mandatory refunds. No more this crap about having to fill out paperwork and go through Congress. Nope, your flight canceled automatically within 3 days. I believe they gotta give you back, not credits. They gotta pay you back the cash you paid for your ticket. I love it.
okay, but here's my this is my thought process. Um, is there anything that says that they have to credit your credit card or you have to
Yes,
appear in? Okay,
yes. So if however you paid, so if you paid with a credit card, they credit your credit card.
so what if you paid in cash?
They gotta pay you cash.
How you got to appear at the airport?
No, they mail you a check. They just gonna mail you a check.
No, that's no cash. If I paid in cash, I don't want a check,
Okay, okay,
right?
all right, Charlie. Just go there and the first guy you see, you just keep choking him until he spit out the cash. I think you can get cash. I don't know.
No, because I'm just worried that they says, okay, Mr. Iona, your round trip was 189, and they give them to me all in pennies.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
like,
If
okay,
if you go there and you ask for cash, they might just do that. You know, yeah,
yeah.
they might just do that. But about time that the federal government came in and said, you guys cannot just take advantage of your passengers like that. If you miss your flight or you gotta change your flight, they charge you. You know, if you carry one, how's this? We just went to the mainland last week, Patsy and I,
Hmm.
and we flew on American, and I get to the gate. We only went for 2 nights, so we only had hand carriers. We didn't have luggage. So I had my little briefcase where I keep my laptop, and I had one carry-on bag, one small one, not the big ones that the people use, one small one. I get to the gate for going the plane. The girl tells me, Mr. Raposo, can you take off your fanny pack and put it in your bag? Because that counts as an extra bag. So I had to take the fanny pack off and put them in my. Patsy had on backpack. I just said show me in Patsy's backpack. But they count the fanny pack as an extra bag. Never mind the tourists that they get suitcases that is too big or carry-ons that is too big. No problem. But my little fanny, which is a little fanny pack. I don't want a big fanny pack. I got a little fanny pack. Sir, you need to store it in another bag because that counts as your third bag. It's okay. She was sweet though. She was very, very, very sweet. And I don't blame her because it's not her, it's the policy, right? But my God, it's a fanny pack. Gosh.
Well,
Anyway.
heaven forbid you're born with two hands that on each hand get 6 fingers. Yep.
Yeah. And interesting. So we went to the mainland on the way back. They made that same announcement. Fanny packs counts as a bag. Oh, like wow, okay. They're really cracking down. I think they just piss off now because they got to pay all the canceled flights, they got to pay back the money and not give you travel credits. Like, why would I want to use a travel credit on a flight on an airlines that had canceled my flight? And now I like going out of airplane, but anyway, that is good news. That was really really good news. Even if you go on a plane and no more Wi-Fi, they got to reimburse you for the Wi-Fi cost, whatever that is. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Of course, no more Wi-Fi over the Pacific Ocean unless you fly Hawaiian. They get Starlink, bro. We went to Texas a couple months ago. It was still new. They just had put Starlink in their big airplanes, and you get full internet across the ocean. Starlink is the bomb. That is the bomb.
Let me ask you this. You know, a lot of times you be sitting on a plane, you taxi out, and you taxi back in, and they say that they're having problems with the engine, right? And they have you wait, and they said, okay, you can reboard, we fix the engine. What person in their right mind, knowing that you had a problem with the engine, would like fly with that same plane?
Especially when you're on Kauai. Because you know there are more parts on Kauai. They got to fly in the parts from... So, you know, if you're on Kauai and within 20 minutes they tell you, oh, it's okay. No, it's not okay. Hell no.
And it's okay, as soon as you take off and you feel a couple bumps, you go, oh, I made a mistake. Let me off.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, but that's all right. Hey, it's the beauty of living on an island, though. You got to fly everywhere you let go. Now, one more thing, Charlie, and I'd like you help me with this. I'd like you to be the voice. Because I'm dead serious. And I think, let me know in the comments if you guys agree. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree. Because this is a pet peeve of mine. And I think we got to come together. Charlie, I think you and me going to lead the charge. And we got to get Congress to pass a law or put in some regulation for the airlines that they got to have bigger toilets. Charlie, the toilets are shrinking. Shrinking. I barely fit, Charlie, in that damn bathroom. Tell me in the comments, folks. You guys agree or not? Charlie, I'm not saying you a big man, but you are larger than I. I barely fit, Charlie. How I gotta ask. I mean, it's a personal question, but how do you fit in that doggone thing?
Well, some of us have oddities, and just so happen I may be a big man, but my okole is only this small, so I have no problem.
You know, I watch these big people go in the bathroom in a plane. I'm thinking, what? They don't fit, Charlie. They don't fit,
brother. When you know that, and you see a big person in a bathroom, if it was me, you know, it'd be playing in my mind the theme song to Mission Impossible. You know, dun 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 dun.
I just think, what if the big person is in that toilet and she's just squeezing and just barely, they guarantee you tight, you touching the walls, and then the plane get turbulence.
That's why the objective is you come to the airport on empty stomach, yeah, and you don't eat nothing until you reach your location.
And you know, like Hawaiian, they still serve hot food, but that hot food is laxatives.
No, a lot of the flavoring now in the foods, because they have to pass stringent, requirements. Airlines, they actually sprinkle with the kind freeze-dried X-Lax for giving that flavor.
Yes, I tell you, that's my biggest fear. Is like, holy crap, man. No pun intended, but. Comments. Where's all the comments? I see one. Susan agrees. Only Susan? Everybody else, you guys okay with that little tiny toilets? Like,
no, it's because everybody fly on empty stomach.
Oh, okay. Now, no matter where you go, no matter what business you go to, no matter, and I know this because when I had my office in Lewistown, I got a visit from the government telling me, actually serving me on paper because my bathroom wasn't handicap accessible. Uh, Tell me, how in the hell one handy capable person gonna go in that bathroom? The wheelchair no fit. I mean, they just it doesn't work, and I think it's wrong. I think it's wrong.
Well, it's sooner or later they're gonna figure out something. But I think that's why I don't know about those, but if you got people who are, the irritable bowel syndrome, right? I mean, those are the ones you should not be taking these transatlantic flights that can 12 hours in the air. You in trouble.
Now, Jody, get the answer right here.
Depends.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you gotta go, it all depends. You know what I mean?
No, man, it's horrific. I just this last one that it just seems like every time I travel, the toilet, the bathroom, or whatever you want to call it, gets smaller and smaller. And this last one, the door couldn't lock. You had to really slam them to lock, and it is so weird because when we got on the plane, the flight attendant said, "Oh, welcome to American Airlines flight, whatever, and this is a whatever airplane." Um, and it's a brand new airplane and couldn't couldn't lock couldn't lock and we sat right behind the bulkhead where the bathroom is and everybody walk in and you can hear clack 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 trying to lock the door clack clack
And
clack.
then you ever ask yourself, what do you say when you walk into a bathroom by mistake and somebody's on? I mean, what can you say? The first thing everybody said, "Oh, oh, sorry." That's all you can say. You
Yeah,
can't say
so
anything else.
somebody went in and couldn't lock them because the light turns red, yeah, when they lock the door, the thing when you so somebody else went in and tried to go in. I was just thinking I'm gonna just I'm gonna just watch and laugh. And Patsy's, somebody's in there, somebody's in there. Like, let them go, let them go. Ah,
No,
Jeffrey says turbulence is the worst when you're doing number one. Cool. What about number two?
hey, when things are bad. Brother walk in with his shirt tucked in. When he come out, his shirt tucked out. Something happened. I mean, his shirt's there and not tucked in. Something happened. It's like, hey, bro, we all been there, done that. I haven't been there in the last 45 years, but yeah, I don't worry. I'm with you, man.
Well, we're gonna do the movement. We're gonna do the movement, man. We're gonna do the movement. I'm gonna start them up. I'm gonna do a petition. I'm going all the way, cause. All right.
And yeah, this is for her. I already had one because I haven't had my candies in I don't know how long, but that
I'll
doesn't
get you
mean
some of these, Charlie. I'll get you some of these.
they get the one called uh, fruit medley without the plural on top, and that one minus the prunes. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, how appropriate. Eat one of these right before you go fly on an airplane. You see what happened. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Yum yum, Janelle. I'm not sure if you're talking about the candy or the prunes, but hey, did you watch the World Series?
Yeah.
Did you see the game where the Mookie Betts had hit the home run and the two knuckleheads in the stands had basically assaulted him and try to rip his glove out? And did you see that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What are your thoughts? Oh,
Um.
look, Bula Eastman, Charlie, our old
Yeah.
friend Bula.
Yeah. Classmate. Hey,
Blessings to you, blessings to you, my man.
Bulla. Last night I was performing at Troy's with John Mahi, Darren Kiltsuka, and Brian Davis. And guess who comes walking in? Our other classmate, Ilona Santos. We had a nice time. Just to let you know, Kamehameha Kamemia Schools is in the house. Imua 77. That's right. Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, Bula Eastman, he this is so weird, Charlie. I believe nothing happens by accident, and we
Mm-hmm.
both believe in God. We know that. But Bula, if you haven't, go follow him on Facebook. He does pastoring. He does readings. He does sermons. He's awesome. He's an amazing man.
Yep.
uh, Look, he's telling, shh, no, be proud, be proud. But this is
Yep.
why this is so bizarre, Pastor Bula. Oh, here, let me get this real quick. Oh, all right, man, I took the wrong one. Think I might be stuck with a huge bag of Reese's peanut butter ghosts. Oh, 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 that is my favorite candy. Reese's peanut butter cups. Yeah. Laurel says those jerks get banned from games even though they have season tickets. They got banned from game 5, but they got refunded. They should have been arrested. What they did to me is one guy had his wrist, and if that happened on the street, you get arrested. That's called assault. Uh, Bulla sending you that check. No, but check this out, Charlie. Check this out.
Mm-hmm.
Just today, I had this divine intervention. It says, Mel, you need to create a new YouTube channel. I'll see if I can pull them up on this. I got to see if I can pull them up. And I did. I spent today starting a YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called Scripture Central. Let me see if I can hold on here. Let me see if I can. Oh, look now. Look at what my hang on. Look at what my wife popcorn. My wife just made me popcorn. But I cannot eat
Well,
popcorn when I'm on the. Oh, let me see if I
I
can hold on here. Let me see if I can cuz I'm kind of stoked that oh, let me get you back on here, Charlie.
well, I had the Snickers. I had the Kit Kat. For my third course, I'm having my M&Ms, and for my main course, I'm having my munch. And for dessert, I'm gonna do a diabetes check and see what my sugar is at.
Okay, hold on here. I gotta show Bulla this because I'm so proud of it. Actually, hold on. Go ahead, Charlie. You can talk while I'm.
Well,
Try.
I want to tell everybody things are gonna get pretty down. I'm sure I should say pretty tight at the Lihui Airport because we are starting the runway project. It's underway. These last couple of days, we had you're gonna see a lot of trucks on the road because we are hauling. Well, the contract is hauling material from the harbors that was barged in. So we just want everybody to be wise, be patient. Um, there will be some delays, but the runway needs to be extended for the safety of all. Has nothing to do with bringing in big planes because it's already the large planes that you see now. That's the maximum. But we need to have the ability for those planes to brake safely. Okay, not the type that they touch the ground and next thing you know you end up in a seat in front of you because they put it on the brakes. No, they need to bring that machinery into a safe zone. So that's the reason why the extension is taking place. So I just wanted to let our folks know, and there's some individuals that, and for whatever reason, and I'm not mentioning names, but all I can say is that there are some people that are just not patient enough, and we all go through that. Just because I work at the airport, I handle the security at the airport, it doesn't give me any privileges. Okay, and I wouldn't want to take it. If everybody else got to stand in line, so do I. So do I. And so, we just ask for everyone's patience because when I hear the calls or I get a call that airlines calling for assistant, need LEO assistance because passenger is getting out of hand. It doesn't turn out well each time we get called. And we'll make several attempts to talk people down, but if they keep on pushing the envelope because they feel entitled to, then you're entitled to spend the night in jail, period. Because we're not going to let you harm the people you're standing next to and acting like a like an idiot, because I've seen people throw blows without having regard for anyone standing next to them, and when they wind up, they inadvertently hit the person next to them, and then they say, "Oh, I'm sorry," but then, yeah, the damage is done already. So you're gonna get hooked up, and we want everybody just to be patient. When your time comes to board the plane, just do it in an orderly fashion, and then you'll definitely get to your destination. Or we get calls from airlines because they feel that when a person acts up in a plane, right, the best thing to do is serve them more liquor to quiet them down. Wrong. It only makes them more hostile. And so we end up getting involved with that too. So it's all about patience. It's for us that are born and raised in the islands, and those who transplanted years ago and became a Pacific Islander as well. You know what aloha is, so we just gotta share the aloha. And there's some people out there that just don't give a rip, and they're gonna challenge you, but please do not let them get under your skin, because they do exist. It's like UFOs. I've heard about it. I haven't seen one yet, but I'm sure it's out there, because those who say that there's UFOs after having two bottles of scotch, yeah, you've seen a lot of UFOs in your life. So just gotta share the aloha. And that was brought to you by
Snickers.
Snickers. Yeah.
Yeah, Snickers. Anyway, Charlie, part of that is, the world, our country, the whole place is so hostile now. They just hot. Everybody angry. Yeah, it just seems like everybody's
Yeah.
angry. Whether at the airport or whatever, and that is why So I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put them up. I hope it works. Um,
Wow.
yeah. So this is my new YouTube channel, and let's see. How do I get this thing?
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out how to work this doggone thing. But anyway, so that's it. It's on YouTube. It's called Scripture Central, and I was hoping I can. I'm not sure how this thing works, but I'm supposed to be able to control them, but it's not letting me do them. Anyway,
Hmm.
there it goes. Yeah. So right now I think I only get four videos on here, but I just gonna put up videos about different scripture that I know, Charlie, you're probably freaking out like, now you, bro, really? Mel, you?
No.
But yeah, and hopefully it'll get some reach. Hopefully, people will take a look and learn a little bit about God, and how we can all benefit. We can all benefit. So check it out, Scripture Central. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool, and yeah, I'm gonna subscribe right now. Yes, yes, yes. And I'm not up yet. Trust me. But as I do these videos and I research the scripture and I put them together into a video and get the. I was hoping to play one, but it's just not happening. Anyway,
Hmm.
yeah, we'll. You hopefully you guys all check them out. It's, Scripture Central, and pretty cool. Look at Bula. He's lighting them up now. He's giving me ideas for more videos.
Well,
But because I've been doing a lot of research on the stories in the Bible because some of those stories are quite interesting, uh, and then just trying to find the video clips I can put them in. And but I'm learning, and it's gonna really cause me to go and learn more about these different books in the Bible that I never knew existed. So, but it's so weird that today it's like I got the calling, if you will, this morning, and then Bulla is on our show tonight. It's like, what the heck? That is so cool. That is like nothing happens by accident. Nothing happens by accident.
yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Let me get to some of these comments here. Uncle Charlie, you help us to provide assistance are permitted to accept a gratuity, aren't they? Oh, good question, Charlie. Can your workers get tips?
Answer is no. I recently helped a gentleman. His wife went to get a rent a car, but he had about 4 bags. Elderly guy, and he was in a wheelchair. And so I saw my good friend with Hawaiian Airlines, and I said, here, let me help him, and I did. And he tried to give me a 20, and I said, sir, I'm sorry. I thank you for the gesture. Welcome to Kauai, but
Well, Charlie, you can give them my Venmo. I can take your tips. I can.
Some people have been asking me, they said, Uncle, I see you walking around baggage claim A. And the poor people from Hawaii, when a large plane comes in and people don't grab their bags, or say their bags missed a flight and it comes on another flight, and the carousel go around and then it stops, and you see about 7, 8 large bags on the belt, on the carousel. They see me grabbing these bags, and I push them over to the Hawaiian window. So I told myself, number one, it's great exercise. Number two, it prevents someone from walking off with a bag that doesn't belong to them in the first place. And number three, it centralizes everything towards the Hawaiian baggage attendant that's at baggage claim B. So for those of you who think I work for Hawaiian Airlines, no, I get my daily workout, help pull bags, push them over to Hawaiian, and then go on my merry way. And so, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it. A couple of weeks back, they saw me loading bags into the back of the car. And I tell them the reason why we do it is that you want to free up the space. I tell my personnel, no argue with the people if they're trying to load up and they can only move on certain speed. Everybody pitch in, load their bags into the car so they leave, so it makes more space for those who are arriving to pick up their family or friends. And I said, and then the last thing, we have a tough job, but I tell them, if you're looking at a group of 10 people and you're blowing your whistle, how does they know that you're blowing the whistle at them or one of them? You should, blowing a whistle is to get someone's attention and going up to that person, right? And, an airport's always going to be busy. But we have to find a way to, move people along with some decency and not treat them badly. And I've got to say that the people that I work with, I'm not going to say that works for me because they don't. They work for the company that I happen to manage. They have really stepped up and really starting to show more compassion. And we've been getting some good comments from different companies that they do census on, how
Welcome to
individuals are
Scripture
treated at the
Central,
airports.
a channel
Yeah.
dedicated to exploring the wisdom, inspiration, and life-changing power of God's Word.
You can see how I trying to fix this thing, but anyway.
Well, it came on right when I was giving my dissertation about how to be nice to people, so it was the right time.
Well, Charlie, your people over there are nice. I gotta tell you, the people at the airport, they're very pleasant. I've heard some complaints. I there was a time I did work at the airport many years ago, part time, and you can get really frustrated working that curb, because the people that pull up there, they a lot of them don't have respect for the workers. A lot of them don't have respect for the workers at all, and that's sad. That's just sad. And sometimes the workers having a bad day. And how hard is it to go park at the cell phone area wait for your person to text you when they come in off of the plane or when they have their bags? You know, these guys
Well,
they track the flight on flight aware, and then as soon as the plane lands, they're on the curb and they're just waiting and waiting, and it's so horrible.
there's oddly and sadly, we have some employees up at the cell phone area. Not to mention what company you work for, but I'm sure it's one of the companies that rents cars in the area. But anyway, they use a cell phone as their private parking, and then they get mad because, hey, how come you didn't tow my car? You got a big sign right there. Vehicles can't be left unattended, and that's a cell phone area. It was designated as such. So I mean, if you want to take that risk, they say, well, but you guys gonna give tickets first. We have the option to, but I think we make our presence known when we tow your vehicles. So
I remember a couple of shows ago I mentioned in Texas at the Austin airport, the cell phone waiting area get bathrooms, get one little park, get one playground for the kids. You know, so there's really no excuse to go. Of course, up there they're a little more. The guards aren't as pleasant. The guards on the curb aren't as pleasant as those that we have here. And they get thousands of cars go in and out of that place constantly. So
do you know that Lihui Airport now, over the last several months, is the number one airport in the state
Lihui,
for arrivals? Yeah, Lihui Airport. The amount
wow,
of passengers coming in and going out, it's the number one in the state. We're ranked right with Kahului Airport for a small airport like this. So I think I hopefully you know we it's always good to want to be or want to have that rustic feeling. But I personally think the airport is just outdated. I mean, I'm looking at tile that looks like it was placed when dinosaurs roamed the earth. I look at that like, oh, I'm sure we can do better than that, folks. But
well, I think many of us here remember when Lihui Airport was all outdoor, and I remember going down there, and when the airplane used to turn around. Now they get these things, they push them back, right? They get all these big tugs that push the plane back, but never had that stuff back in the day. The planes used
uh,
to actually park far enough away from the terminal, and you had to walk. Never have jetways. You just walk and climb the steps. But when the plane was ready to take off or to leave, it just turned around. It just turned around and went. And when it turned around, the jet blast from the engines would kick all the rocks off the ground, and everybody would have to turn their back. I mean, that was classic, and you just enjoy the smell of the jet fumes. Oh, my favorite. It's my favorite.
yep.
I love that smell. I really love that smell.
Well,
Yeah, Jeffrey remembers it. Only one runway. Yeah. Honey says, I missed the old airport and the luggage porters who waited by the curb. Wow. Yeah, those were fun times.
yep.
Those were fun times. Dangerous though. I mean, every time you're in airport, you put yourself at risk from flying debris.
But
Crosswalk, lights, county or state, post office crossing not fixed, other than number 5 red light runner in front of me by Leo Theater. If the crosswalk is on Kuhio Highway or Kamuli Highway, it's state. If it's on pretty much any other road, there's a few other state roads like Kamalu and Kuomo, but the highway, the boatways, that's all state. Rice Street,
you
if you're talking about the post office crossing, that would be county. So I already told them about that issue, Sam. But I'll remind them again. I will remind them again. I
Well,
don't know why we don't have the blinking lights on all the crosswalks. To me, that just makes sense. But it
you
cannot be that
know,
much.
they what is kind of what is kind of I want to call it an oxymoron type of situation. You get cited for using your cell phones, right, while you're
Yep.
driving, and the main argument is because the attention. But yet they have these billboards that flash warning stuff, and it causes you to drive and look up. And so what? You, you're not gonna lose your attention on the roadway. That's one. And then if you're in a car and you engage in a heavy conversation with the passenger next to you, that causes inattention. So there's many things, but one leads into another. The next thing you know, we have a whole bunch of laws on the book, and I get it. We need it, but I think if we're we're akamai enough to know where the danger lies, but yet people have proven. Well, I've been proven wrong when I was in a police department that you're gonna have some knuckleheads that feel that they're driving a spaceship and they can go 200 miles an hour down the road. And what do you say when that car flips and the person is no longer with us? I mean, you're angry because it could have been prevented, and yet you're sad because the survivors have to survive this outcome. You know, so there's that thing.
Yep. Jeffrey wants to know our thoughts on the upcoming elections on Tuesday. I have only one thought. You guys got to vote. Everybody got to vote. Everybody got to vote. If you never get your ballot in the mail, you ain't going to get it. So go call elections office or drive down to Lihui or wherever your voter stations or voting centers are in your islands. But go vote. You can show up and vote. You can actually show up if you're not registered. You can register if you can, even on election day. If you're not registered to vote, or if you come across somebody that's not registered, they can go to the voter service center, register with their driver's license, and they can vote on election day. But 32% voter turnout in a primary is embarrassing. That is embarrassing.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's my only thought because I'm not going to get into the political discussions because that's what creates friction and enemies, and I'm not going to do that. You guys
Yeah.
vote for who you believe is going to make it better for you, and that's all I care about, man. But you got to vote. You got to vote. I hoping we can get to like an 80%, voter turnout in the general, because typically when we have a presidential election on Kauai anyway, we get up to like the 75 to 80% turnout in the general election. So I'm hoping we can get up to 80%, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's very important that you guys vote, and everybody in your household should be voting. That's my thought. What's your thoughts, Charles?
Regardless if it's election year for president or not, the numbers still should be high. Plain and simple. Everybody should vote. If not, no grumble. I keep on saying that. I hear a lot of grumblers at the end. I said, what? And they tell me, but Uncle, I won't vote. I said, yeah, but did you do your part in getting others to vote? You know, you try to attach yourself to someone who's on the fence and just say, hey, I'm not going to tell you how to vote, but just, you know, put something down and send it in, and let your voice be heard. Plain and
Yeah,
simple.
like why
Yeah.
not?
Yep.
Why not?
Exactly.
Yeah, I wanted to
Exactly.
go back to Lorraine's question. Would we be able to add encouraging scriptures to that channel? Lorraine, all you got to do is just drop a comment of what you want to see a video of, and I'll make sure we get it. And I know that Bullet said that sounded like AI voice. It is. I use AI for the voiceover because my voice sucks, and I like that old British accent, and I can't do it. So yeah, AI voice, but we put the video clips together. So anyway. Jeffrey says, remember the year that the lines were super long? Yeah, that was just 2 years ago. On election day on Kauai, because we only have one voter service center on election day, that line was hours long, hours long. And the suck part about Hawaii elections is as long as people are in line, the polls don't close. The statewide counts stop. So if one island, there is still a line at one of the voting service centers, then nobody gets the results. That first
You
printout,
know,
it's all counted, it's all ready to go, but until that last person votes, no one gets any results. So, yep.
you know what kind of upsets me, and I watch this every year, and I said there's got to be a reason why it's done that way. But when you watch the national news, you hear things like, "Oh, the presidential election it will be decided state of California, state of Arizona, state of Pennsylvania." And they never talk about Hawaii. If that's the case, my thinking is the majority, right? The majority of your state. So you got 50 states. You give each state 2 points, and whoever the majority is, that candidate will be awarded the 2 points for that state. And then at the end, you add up, and who get the most out of 100 wins the election. But we're over here listening to national news is it's gonna be decided on this. Then why the hell do you waste money and have these ballots printed up with them on top here? You don't need us if that's what you're telling me.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
yeah. That is the way that electoral college is. By the time Hawaii, the I mean, maybe this year gonna be different. I don't know, but typically the election is called before our votes get counted. But who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
Makala says, I worked the Honolulu precinct for 22 years. Happy to wait for the last voter. I loved helping everyone. Oh, you're an angel.
Yep.
you know, now we have mail-in ballots. So I had a guy call me up today, and he said he got his ballot in the mail, he filled it out, and he threw it in the mail the next day. I did that. I mean, as soon as the ballot come in, I don't mail it because I don't trust the mail. So I take it to the ballot box outside of the elections office. But it's so convenient now. I don't get it. I mean, we spend all this money on mail out or mail in ballots, and our voting turnout is voter turnout is even is less than when we didn't have it. So go figure. I think a lot of people just don't think their vote can count, and they cannot be more wrong. They cannot be more wrong. When 32% of the population or 32% of the registered voters in the island is determining the outcome of our local elections, that's something is wrong.
I did want to mention, and I want to get your thought on it now. We have some really good people that work in our markets today, but I want to concentrate on the Big Save market in Waimea. Some years ago, Ishihara closed down, right? So the only other market left was Big Save. Now, you can go in there any given time, and the shelves are just empty. And they'll stock up on things that if the shelves still have leftover things from weeks ago, that kind of tells you that people ain't that interested in what's on that shelf. I mean, you can go and look at the meat section, hardly anything. Eggs, hardly anything. I mean, it's sad. You go inside the frozen section. So if you want ice cream, you gotta drive all the way to LA. It was bad enough when they closed down Bank of Hawaii in Waimea. A lot of the seniors that banked there had to take the trek over to Hanapepe. And so it's coming to a point that a lot of us are making the decision. Hey, is this all worth it? I mean, I don't want to move back to Oahu. But if this continues, what do you do? What do you do?
Well, don't feel bad because Patsy takes her mom shopping every week, and they go to Safeway or Big Save, and same thing. The shelves empty. Um, kind of crazy, man.
No, it kind of if you're not following what's happening, you would kind of think that the end times are coming. you know, you kind of look at it like, whoa, man, this is not good. This is not good. But you just gotta go with the flow and see. Hopefully, things will turn and the shelves will be stocked up. And I mean, it's like you remember back in the day when we were on gas rationing, right? It
Oh
has
yeah.
that feeling that things are being rationed. It's like, okay, a dozen eggs for six families. Yeah, each get two eggs apiece. That type of thing. And so it causes you to start, doing your own sustainability program, growing your own vegetables, raising your own chickens.
I like Patsy. Don't like me raise chickens though. She don't like me raise chickens. But Charlie, back in the day, you remember when you could make one decent omelet with three eggs, and now because the eggs are so small,
Yeah,
it's five or six eggs for one omelet. Crazy.
yeah.
So yeah, I always wanted to get chickens. We used to raise them before, and and then you just go out every day and just grab your fresh, big, orange yolk with the blood inside. Oh,
Well, they got chickens down here, but we get the yolkless egg. Yeah,
what the hell is a yolkless egg?
it's when you crack them and then the yolk fall on the ground and all you left in your bowl is the white. That's a yolkless egg, brother.
I got one friend. He retired cop. You know him. I'm not gonna mention names.
Yeah.
And if he's watching, he gonna know exactly who I'm talking about. But we would go eat at Danny's, and he would always get the Denver omelet without the yolk.
Uh-huh.
What the hell is wrong with you? What? It's not an omelet if no more a yolk. Come on.
Yeah.
I got,
it's called a meringue omelet.
yeah, yeah. It's like what the hell? Just you know, come on, man. That God
Yeah.
had put the chickens on earth so we could eat the eggs with the yolk.
Yep.
Telling you. I mean, how? Like I love one good egg, one good fried egg or a poached egg, and you. My grandma used to teach us the Portuguese say molha. I don't know if you get any Portuguese watching, but molha. Oh, Bobby Cavaco is on, man. Bobby, what's up, man? Chopo president, Chopo chair.
Hey.
But yeah, you molha the egg in the yolk. Oh, Charlie. Mm, good stuff, man.
Woo-hoo.
Good stuff.
Well, I've been watching a lot of YouTube, especially Japanese cooking, and these guys boil the eggs, and the next thing you know, they put the boiled egg in shoyu sugar mixture, and they leave them like that. And the next day they serve them, when they cut them in half. I mean, it takes on the appearance, and I mean, it looks. Oh no, I'm gonna try it, but not right now. But I'm gonna try
Hey,
it.
speaking of the Japanese, you still watching your dramas, your Korean dramas?
Yep.
Still addicted. Still addicted.
Uh, and you know what? I'm a wuss because I getting so involved in the not so much the. It has to be like a love story. I really enjoy that.
Really?
I
Do
mean,
you cry? Do you cry?
no, no, no. I get my
Charlie.
allergies every so often.
Yeah, it's Pat when Patsy watched the Hallmark, I pretend like I'm not watching, but I'm watching, because some of them actually on good storyline. And then, when the bomb drop and he
But
decides,
here's the key. Here's the key. So when my wife watches, right, and she gets mad at me, and I say, "Honey, this thing is 16 episodes." The key to watching these foreign films, if you don't have patience, sometimes like me, Just fast forward to the last 5 minutes. The whole show is given to you in the last 5 minutes. So I
Really?
can watch several shows. Yeah, yeah,
Wow. Yeah, I don't like start because I get that kind of addictive personality. I'm gonna be hooked, you know. So because we went to Texas and because we went to we missed a bunch uh, of our shows, and we watched all the FBI's, we watched all the Chicago Police, Fire, and uh, Med. We watch SWAT. We watch all these shows. So last night we watched 3 episodes of FBI that we'd missed with the YouTube TV. The thing you get the in there. What do you call that? Unlimited DVR. So you can fast forward through the commercials. So your 1 hour show is about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So you can whack
yeah.
through a bunch of them really quick. So, but yeah, so I just know like start watching those Korean, right, or Japanese? Which ones you get? Korean drama, yeah.
I get Korean drama. Right now, the wife is watching Chinese. So I would think by now she bilingual. With all the movies she watching.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably is. But
Yeah.
the thing that kind of I'm still trying to get a hang of is just it's just how you can get hypnotized. You watch that thing and you look up at the clock on the wall and you say, "Man, I've been in this chair watching this for the last 8.5 hours, and it doesn't feel that way." It just continues on and on. And I hope that's what kind of like settles me when I got to get ready for work the next day. Why I'm not, why my patience is there because I'm tired. I'm walking with my eyelids peeled halfway, half mast, and I have no energy to fight with anybody because I stayed up all night watching my shows, and so
But
but
it,
it worked.
but yeah, it mellow you down, right? I
Yeah,
sense the calmness with you, Charlie. As you know,
yeah.
2 years ago was a little different, Uncle Charlie. Now, I think the K drama has really soothed your soul. I think it's awesome. Maybe I should start watching that damn things. I guess. Boy, I tell you.
And for some reason, I just watch even in some of these dramas, they have a scene where they're in the restaurant, and they have all their vegetables, right? I still cannot understand because I don't do it, but I would think you eat one vegetable at a time. Not them. If they eat 15 vegetables, they're gonna pile them on, and they're like an anaconda. Their jaws kind of retract so they can get the whole bite one crack, and I'm like, oh boy, oh boy.
Hey, you
It's
ever
just
saw
crazy.
those? You ever saw those Asian girls in the YouTube videos at the fish at the seafood market where they attack the lobsters and the crabs and the sea cucumbers and how they eat them and how they suck all the guts. Ugh, I
It's
like
it's
throw
a
up.
it's a it's a delicacy, especially a lot of them. How they're prepared, and the thing is still moving
Oh
on the
yeah,
plate.
yeah, yeah. Hell
Yeah,
no, hell no, nope.
that, that's to help clean your inside. The thing, like they put little sponges on the octopus, and about to say scraping your walls and
This cleans my insides too, right here. This will do the trick. Tell you right now, like like that. Just don't eat it before you go in on an airplane. Do not eat it before you go in on an airplane. Ah,
I
jeez.
think I do want to say that I want to give a shout out to all the law enforcement across the state. We getting some rough times, and especially Honolulu, right? Every week in the news, you getting some kind of shooting, some kind of homicide, and you tell yourself, man, when is this madness gonna stop, right? When is it gonna stop? And it just continues. And I pray, the men and women of, especially the Honolulu Police Department. I mean, you guys are doing an excellent job, and I just hope people realize that they have families too, and we want them to go home safely to their family when their job is done. But you know, hour by hour, it's never promised, and
Yeah.
I can see why people are not signing up to be like back in our days. Who number one thing, sign up to be a cop, right? It's no longer that way. It's like, no, you gonna let somebody else do, So
Yeah.
the turnout's
Thanks
are
for bringing
low.
that up. Thanks for bringing that up because it's yeah, it's rough times right now all over the country. But of course, for us, we get that special aloha for our local brothers and sisters out there serving, and also in the fire department and all the first
Yeah.
responders because they got a rough job. And we don't give them the mahalo that they deserve. We just don't. And until something bad happens, and then we remember them. Um, but it bothers me when I see how they get criticized or scrutinized when they've made a decision. Yeah, nobody wants to see anybody get shot or hurt, but I think people got to understand that when that officer has a fraction of a second to make a decision, and in the world we live in today, the the immediate reaction from the general public is the cop never had to do that. Why they never use on beanbag? Why they never use pepper spray? Why they never? Well, if somebody is rushing me as with a machete, he is bought and paid for. Sorry, if you don't like get shot, don't rush an officer with a weapon. Plain and simple. Plain and simple.
And
Anyway,
it's I mean, until such time you've actually been in that situation, it's very easy to Monday night quarterback anything
yep.
because you have the advantage of sitting back, replaying that video, and seeing where maybe things could have gone instead of using some type of lethal force, right? But at the moment, unless you've had it done to you, I can assure you things happen so fast, especially when you've got a really big object. I mean, maybe the machete might only be about maybe this big, right? Like about maybe a foot and a half to 2 feet long, right? But when it's coming after you, you swear that thing looks like about 8 feet long. You
Yeah.
pay that much. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they don't need much room to hurt or kill you. So again, you know, if you don't like get shot,
Exactly.
don't run to a cop with a machete, swinging a machete. Yeah, you're gonna get shot. Anyway, Charles, thank you, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate you coming on tonight. Next week again.
Yep.
Are you available? I know you're on tough schedule, but
Well,
what?
you know, I
When
think
is your K
I
drama?
find
When is K drama? I don't like.
it's
I don't want a conflict with K drama.
no K drama comes. Well, number one, my K dramas are all on Netflix, and the new bunch of series just came out. And I don't know if you ever saw the Lioness series. The
No,
Lioness. It's
no.
a CIA officer. So anyway, the new ones came out, and it's on Paramount Plus. And I tell you, it makes you think because whoever thought of these scripts, they had to have gotten the idea from somewhere. So you can be rest assured these type of CIA stories do exist. They're altered for movies, but the real core version, it's there someplace. I mean, it's got to be because you just don't think of these kind of stuff. And so yeah. But I'll be on, my brother, and I just want to thank you again. This is good therapy to reach out to all of our villagers out there, and just giving them a sense of our warped humor. And I do want to say thank you to Mr. Troy Morikawa for allowing us to make music Wednesday night, and the crowds have been growing since we started back there on Wednesday nights, and we're having so much fun. We had some people from Las Vegas last night. We had some people from Florida, and it's why I enjoy it is because they get to intermingle with the local crowd, and everybody's one big family. It's not partition. Tourists you on that side, locals you on this. No, everybody's mixed, and um, because Troy's allows pupus to be brought in, you can see they share with everybody. Even if
Hmm.
you're not from here, everybody's saying, "Hey, try this. This is like the poke bowls, the poke and stuff like that." And then by the time we're finished, people made new friends, and I just love that atmosphere. I've got to say, we play at probably one of the nicest places. I know there's Rob's and places like that, but you've been to our show before, Mel. Everything is we start off Hawaiian and we move our way to contemporary. The jokes
Yeah,
come in.
it's kind of like it evolves with the night.
Yeah,
They definitely do not have a program. If you haven't seen Uncle Charlie guys play, go check them out at Troy's on Wednesday night. You're not gonna regret it. It's so much fun. If you're on Kauai, um, yeah, you gotta go check them out. Check them out. We'll be there. We'll be there on Tuesday night, Charlie, for election night, and
okay.
so if you're in the area, stop by, and
Where you gonna be
at Troy's. We'll be at
at
Troy's on
Troy's?
Tuesday night.
Okay.
I haven't
Sounds
sent
like
out
a
the
plan.
email, but yeah, if you guys are in the area, stop by. All of you, all of the villagers, just come by, and we'll have some food and some beverages. So we get the place from 6 to 10, and then 10 o'clock it opens up back up to the public. So just a little
Well,
bit opportunity for hang out with some friends and family, and but it's Halloween, Charlie. Are you gonna go out tonight and go get some more candy before it's too late?
no, it's you know, and again, I did a little spin on the shelves being empty. Well, I was one of those last minute shoppers, and I went to our local, not to mention name, Big Safe, and I went to look for those big bags of candy. There's nothing. So I went the expensive route and bought individual bars and put something together, thinking that, and this is like the fifth year on our street we have had no kids.
Yeah, so it's always the case. It's always the
I mean,
case.
I feel sorry for our neighbors. They'll put the bowl out, and you go tomorrow, and the candy's still gonna be in the bowl.
Well, you gotta go. You gotta go just so that they don't feel like it was for nothing, Charlie.
Yeah,
You should go grab them.
yeah.
You should
But
you
I
should
don't
just
want
go
to get.
grab them.
And if I do that, it looks like Bigfoot's loose in my neighborhood. I don't want to get shot.
Oh, send Steph. Send Steph. Just
No,
have Steph
no.
go. Well, if he
No.
wasn't so far away, I'd go grab him. But I mean, I'm all the way in Wailua, so sorry. Hey, you guys stayed around today, and you got a little treat. We're gonna close out our closing slide. Is me, Uncle Charlie, Auntie Steph, and Auntie Patsy, with a little Halloween message for you folks. Charlie, you don't remember this video, but I've had this video
I,
for so long.
I think I know which one it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do. So, hey guys, don't forget, next week we'll be back one more time. And don't forget YouTube Scripture Central. Go ahead and subscribe. Of course, my own Mel Raposo channel. Subscribe to that too, so you guys be up to date on all our videos. All right, with that, Charlie, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Happy
Thank you, brother.
Halloween, everybody.
Thank
Watch
you.
this
Love you, bro.
video. Watch this video.